Hey, what's going on to all of my Capricorns? So y'all have the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil. You have the Ten of Cups, the Fool, Three of Cups, Four of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is for Capricorn. Okay, you did get the Devil card, which does represent Capricorn, even though there's fire in it, right? And Capricorn is an earth sign, but still, your influence is definitely in this reading. So the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, the Devil. That's very interesting. You Capricorns have got some sort of more a raise of pay, some more money. A lot of you Capricorns are starting to step your financial game up, right? Because the Hierophant represents higher levels of understanding, and the Ace of Pentacles, money, power, prestige. A lot of you Capricorns got some things going on, and you Capricorns essentially want uh to celebrate your victories with your job, your victories with your own career. If you're the chairperson, you started up an entire company and you're the chairperson, congratulations. uh you know, Regardless of how long you've been doing it for, you are in a different bracket now. Shout outs to y'all. Also, right, the Devil represents. So what does this have to do with love? The Devil is that I'm just kind of seeing how a lot of you Capricorns honestly are forsaking love right now. A lot of you are like, you don't necessarily, how do I say this? You want it, but you're being selective, right? So it's like how you Capricorns, whether it is that people know it or not, Capricorns play just as hard as they work. Whether it is that people realize it, whether it is that people uh, uh, accept it or not, this is the reality of it. Capricorns, you know, knowing a lot of Capricorns myself, Capricorns are very much so. They love the intimacy, just like the water signs do. And as a result of this, you Capricorns right now are not necessarily looking for love. You're looking to play, right? Um, the Ten of Cups is about, and you're in a position to do that. Now, I'm not saying that y'all are going to be out here, you Capricorns are going to be out here giving your money to people. I never said that. However, you Capricorns, obviously, y'all, I do see a lot of physical intimacy. Of course, a lot of it is no cash, no money required, flings, and as a result, a lot of you Capricorns are very much so interested in that. Um, no major arcana per se. I just keep seeing how a lot of you Capricorns think of, let's not try to be in love right now. Let's actually have some fun. That's the mentality that a lot of you Capricorns have right around this time. You've been searching. You're still being on the lookout, but at the same time, you are having your fun. Now, I will say this though. In order for things to be as consistent for you Capricorns, to where when you meet somebody, they ask you a question of when's the last time you were physically intimate with somebody, and then you say, "Oh, yesterday." You don't want that to happen, right? So I would suggest that when you go on your sprees of having that kind of intimacy, what I suggest you do is take at least a month. You know what I mean? For that. That's why I'm trying to tell you. So that way enough time can go by so that when you do meet somebody, right? Even get people's numbers, right? Or give them your number so that way what you can do is that when they call you, hit them up, hang out with this person, some time goes by. All of that stuff is time going by, right? You don't want to move too fast. You don't want to just having some sort of physical intimacy yesterday, and then you meet somebody and then y'all get intimate that day, or this person asks you about that, and then you say, oh, yesterday. You want some space in between. Why do you want space? So that way your mind can heal, your body can heal. You got to understand, when you have some sort of physical intimacy with somebody, and science has already proven this, you share genetics now. Whenever you have it bareback, so to speak, or without a raincoat, whether it is that you know it or not, regardless of whatever happens in there, right? You share genetics now. Basically, the skin cells, you share genetics now, whether it is that you know it or not. So the thing is that as a result of this, because of the DNA that's passed back and forth, you share genetics now, whether it is that you know it. So why I'm saying that is because you don't want to end up sharing genetics, so to speak, with somebody whom was too soon, and then you, like I said, then you go meet somebody, and then you got to tell them, oh, yesterday, less than 24 hours ago, 2 days ago, this, that, and the third. Unless you want to do that. Now, if you want to do that, then by all means do what you do. But the 10 of Cups is about how a lot of you Capricorns are honestly having fun. And, when you're done, you'll be able to actually take some time off and then go and start hanging out with people as of right now. But however, I will say this, you Capricorns are being selective about the type of people whom you do have a role in the hay with. You want to make sure that it's dignified. You want to make sure that when you do have fun, the people whom you're having fun with is not necessarily going to run around claiming it, talking about you. So you more than likely will tell them to hush their mouth, when the two of y'all get to doing what it is that you're doing. The Fool card, a lot of you Capricorns are very much so free right now. Very much so free. So okay. I will say that some of you Capricorns are still dating, right? To kind of, you know what I mean? To kind of be consistent. Some of you Capricorns are still dating, but you're not really making any kind of strong commitment with anybody right now. A lot of you Capricorns are more so trying to create strong bonds. You want a real relationship with somebody, as I was saying. So a lot of y'all don't want to y'all want to create space in between whatever kind of intimacy and getting to know somebody, whether it is that you're playing or whether it is that you're trying to get to know somebody. You don't want to rush into it too quickly. I will say this though, by the third date, physical intimacy needs to happen. By the third date, meaning up to the third date, physical intimacy needs to happen. Because if it doesn't, don't be surprised if things go downhill, because it means that you're essentially wasting your time. So by the third date, that should take up to a month. If you see each other once a week, three dates up to the third date, that should take at least 3 weeks, or I should say the most. That should take at the most 3 weeks. At the most, you're seeing each other once a week. So the thing is that the Three of Cups represents how this is a situation where what you also want to do is recognize that, if these people aren't whom you want, then what it is that you want to do is you want to let everybody, you want to tell them that, right? You want to let them know that you're not really interested in them long term. That way, Four Swords, you can actually stop wasting your time, stop wasting their time, because whether it is that people are playing a game or not, people get upset. Everyone gets upset when nothing comes out of it. So regardless of whether a person is wasting your time or they're not, it would do you would do yourself a favor by letting everyone know where they stand. So that way, if they are putting their best foot forward and they're faking it, if they start acting funny style, then you know that they were inconsistent and that they were faking it. If the person was playing a game from the whole time, um, they're gonna come in, get what it is that they want, and bounce. or they may not even get what it is that they want. And let me go ahead and say this too, because I need to make this clear. People, regardless of whoever you are, should not be afraid of intimacy, as long as two things: you don't have any unwanted ones, and you don't have any terrible DNA, if you catch my drift, that makes you incapacitated, if you catch my drift. Don't worry about it. What you need to do after that is fix this and fix this. Fix your mind and your heart. And of course, fix your body depending on what happened to it, but your mind and your heart. The only reason why it is that some of you are getting scarred or hurt the way that y'all are is because y'all are putting too much of an emphasis on what you want to happen. And you got to understand, you can't control that. A lot of people have control issues. And what will set you apart from other people, Capricorn, is if you stop having control issues. Because as I said before, and I may make matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video about that in the future. The more control you think you have is the less control you actually do. You got to give up on the control. You got to give up on the control. Why? Because you'll be trying to seek all this control, and this person is showing you that they're not participating. So number one, it becomes satirical. It becomes more painful for you. You put yourself in a delusional position. Those are three reasons why. The person resents you. Yeah, because they see you as a person that's trying to challenge their free will. Nothing and no one. Nothing, I should say, uh a person who has decided for themselves that they are not going to be controlled by other people and they enjoy being autonomous, they would not appreciate you trying to challenge their free will. They will not like that. So this is why it is I say that the more control you think you have is the less you actually do. You're going to create, you will potentially create a lot of enemies, Capricorn, if you out here trying to lock people in and lock people. Gotta let it go. If someone shows you through their words or their actions or both that they are not in congruence with you, where they want a real relationship or they are value the way that you want, it's time to let it go. Time to let it go. Trust me on this. I've lived it. So the thing is that the Five of Wands is, otherwise you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna have a lot of opposition. So you can either choose to have these people, right, respect you due to the fact that you're letting them know where it is that you stand. You're vigilant. You're seeing what's going on. You can think for yourself. You're making the correct decisions, right? And people will respect that. Or you try to not tell them certain things, play the game, manipulate. You're going to have some people who are going to play the game along with you to see how good you are, and they'll stay in a relationship with you or trying to get to know you while they're trying to ruin you. You don't want all that, especially with this new position that you've got, where a lot of you Capricorns you may have some more money, things going in your direction. You have more control and responsibility over your own selves, which is the only type of control you can have, right? Or I should say is the most powerful, right? You don't want that. The Four of Pentacles now is, so what you need to do is understand that your mind and your heart still has some sort of development that you got to have. You still have to learn to walk away. I know that you Capricorns love, and I know that when y'all love someone, y'all love hard. Um, I know that, you Capricorns are looking for the real deal, but at the same time, you have to also understand that love, and this is one thing a lot of people don't get, no matter the zodiac sign, is that if you really love, and I'm gonna make a video on that. If you really love a person, then you have to understand they are not under your control, because love is not about that. If you love that person, you will allow that person to leave or venture off in their own direction, because that's what it's about. It's about growth. So if you say you really love that person, how could you try to keep that person in the cage? That's not good. So the thing is that the Queen of Wands represents this being a situation where you got to understand that what comes after that is you will have some people who will try to play games. You already know what to do to trump this. Let them go. And I hope they don't, I hope YouTube doesn't, hit me for that terminology. You know what I mean? When they say the trump card or any of that stuff. It's a terminology, all right? I'm talking about how to overcome that. I guess I should start saying overcome, okay, or overwhelm or get through that. Okay, all right, fine, all right. I'll start saying that from now on. But to clarify, let's clarify the devil. Right? So the overall premise of this reading is, regardless of whether you're having fun and you're doing your thing with other people, or whether you are trying to date seriously, coming in the door, right? And you're not necessarily having that type of physical intimacy, the outcome is still the same. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you've learned to work on that control issue. So you still have some work to do. And what you do after that, once you really worked out those control issues, you will be able to defeat any person who's playing games. So I wanted to go ahead and make that clear, right? Because for people who may think um, that this reading is unclear, I've made it clear. So to clarify the devil, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Temperance. So right, so this is a representation of how a lot of you need to understand what it is that you've got going on here. Is the Six of Pentacles is about how the Six of Pentacles, right, and the devil, right, which is 15, 1 and 5 is 6, right, 6, and then you have the Six of Pentacles. You can't make this up. I did not I did not shuffle this to the top. I didn't know what cards I was getting. The Six of Pentacles, right? Make sure that it's a reciprocal relationship when you get with anybody, right? When you get with anybody long term in a serious fashion. If you know what I mean? Even if you get with people in a short term fashion, make sure you get something out of it too, if you catch my drift. And what I mean by that is make sure you have yourself a good time and make sure you enjoy and the other person enjoys too. It's not just one-sided now. And then you have the Sun. The Sun represents how you're in a position right now where things are good and that you should really enjoy yourself as long as you're doing it responsibly. The Temperance represents here also too. The Temperance is more confirmation that you Capricorns should have been doing this a long time. You know, think for yourself. Do not take the conventional route, or you don't. I ain't gonna say do not take, but you shouldn't. You have options. You do not have to take the conventional route. Take whatever works for you. Whatever is working, take that route. So that's pretty much it. I guess I could go ahead and clarify some more cards. Let's do it. Who cares, right? All the zodiac signs have been treating me so well. Let's do it anyway, right? Um, I guess I could draw. I guess I could draw another card for the to clarify the devil. The Ace of Wands, right? You are. Everything is good, is what it's saying, right? Everything is good. You're having fun, okay? Right now, I can't say it enough. You Capricorns are in a very good space. Just make sure that whomever it is that you're uh, interacting with, long term, accepting into your life, really hanging out with, associating yourself with, building a relationship with, just make sure that those people are who they act like they are, who they directly say they are. Let's clarify the Fool, right? You have the Tower, the Devil, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. We just clarified for the Devil. I guess we could go ahead and draw another card, the Hermit. So the Tower represents how you need to understand that, yes, learn to let go. a lot, and also a lot of intimacy, because the Tower doesn't represent always disaster. The Tower represents, and as you can see, this is just more confirmation of what I was telling y'all from the very beginning. See, there's more confirmation. So I'm gonna get a drink of water after this. But the Page of Swords represents how this is a situation for you where you also have to take into consideration that um don't mind what it is that other people are trying to make it seem like. Just be responsible with it. You go ahead and you have yourselves your fun, because Capricorn is one of the freakiest zodiac signs out there. Don't, please do not let people tell you any different. I know from personal I know personally, I've seen Capricorns do it. I know, and I love it, and I'm here for it. But the the Queen of Wands and the Hermit represents also too. Don't it, you know how it is that you don't let people twist your mind into thinking that because y'all started an intimate interaction by the way of physical intimacy, and that's all it's supposed to be, that now they love you and all that other type of crap. That's just a delusion. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. um Trying to get this YouTube channel to 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year. uh Currently I have 2,412. Please keep hitting that subscribe button, keep hitting the like button, keep hitting the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can get notified whenever it is that I drop these videos. Also too, I have an Instagram. Go ahead and check out that Instagram. The link to my Instagram, my book on in Amazon, and the link to my website in which you can purchase and find all of my services are in the comment section below. Peace.